equal to 2 kg, m2 is equal to 3 kg, r is equal to 40 centimeter, and m2 is moving with a velocity 2 meter per second. Find out the total angular momentum. Total angular moment about an axis that coincides with the axis of pull A. Here assume moment of inertia of pull A is assumed as disk moment of inertia and mass of the pull A is 3 kg. Here at the instant, sphere and block will have the same velocity obviously, and generally angular moment is equal to mrv. So here for both the sphere and block having the angular moment of m1 rv and m2 rv, and angular moment of the pull A is given by, for the pull A it is equal to mvr by 2. So here the total angular momentum is equal, total angular moment is equal m1 plus m2 into vr plus mvr by 2. So it is equal to 5 into 2.4 plus half into 3 into 0.4 into 2, which is equal to 5.2 kg meter per second square, kg meter square per second. So in the option, the correct option is B. B is the right answer. The zero force members in the truss from the figure shown. Here this is the given truss, and here the options are AC and EF, AB, BC and DG, CG, EF and EG, CD, DE and AG. So in the given diagram, here AB and BC and here DG are the zero force members because there is no force component available in those directions. So here the correct option is B. B is the right answer. The following list 1 with list 2. Here in the list 1 consists loaded diagrams and list 2 consists bending moment diagrams. Here the given loaded diagrams, here a cantilever beam carrying point load at at some point on the cantilever as well as at the free end, and here cantilever beam carrying UVL and a point load at the free end, and here there is a overhanging beam which is carrying UDL, and here a cantilever beam is carrying a point load at the free end. So here simply we can find first thing is the fourth one, that is a cantilever beam carrying point load. So here at the end, at the free end bending moment is 0 and at the fixed end bending moment is maximum, and it varies linearly from free end to the fixed end. So that for the fourth one the correct answer is P. P is the correct matching for fourth one. And coming to the first one, again here there is a point load at the free end and as well as there is a point load at some point on the beam. So here it is again, it varies linearly proportional in between free end and fixed end, but here due to this point load at the free end there is a negative bending moment, and again and after that it comes to either positive or negative depending on the load acting at the some point on the beam. So here the correct option to the this one is Q. Q is the right answer for first diagram. And coming to the second diagram, so here a cantilever beam is carrying a UVL as well as a point load at the free end. So here due to the UVL the bending moment varies parabolically across the beam, and here at the end of the beam there is a point load and the maximum bending moment occurs at the fixed end. So in the given diagram the R is the right option for second one. And coming to the third one, the remaining one is the diagram S, and of course here due to the reactions the bending moment is not 0 for the overhanging beam at the reactions. So here some bending moment is there and it varies parabolically from one point to another point, and here the right answer is yes. So here for third one it is yes, and in the options the correct option is D. D is the right answer. Pneumatic bar of circular cross section is loaded by a tensile force 85 kN. The bar has length 6 meter and diameter 60 mm, made of aluminum, having modulus of elasticity 70 gigapascal and Poisson's ratio 1/3. Calculate the change in length and change in volume. So here are the options: 2.577 mm and 0, 2.577 and 2420 mm cube, minus 2.577 and minus 2420, 2.577 and 2420. So coming to the solution, so it is as simple as it is very simply it is very simple to calculate the change in length, that is delta L is equal to PL by AE, where P is the load acting on the beam, that is 85 into 10 cube, and here length is 6000 mm, and area is pi by 4 d square, and Young's modulus is 70 into 10 cube Newton per mm square. So which gives a value of 2.577 mm. It should be a positive value because here the circular bar is subjected to tensile force. So obviously the change in length is positive, and change in volume is given by, for a cylindrical shell, or sorry, for a circular bar, which is equal to the volume of the bar into the longitudinal strain into 1 minus 2 mu, where mu is the Poisson's ratio. Here volume is nothing but pi by 4 d square L, and epsilon is nothing but del L by L, that is longitudinal strain, and into 1 minus 2 mu. So here all the values are there, just substitute all the values and we get here a value of 2420 mm cube. So in the option the right answer is B. B is the right option. Beam weld at one end and is subjected to a bending moment of 20 Newton mm and a twisting moment of 15 Newton mm as shown in the figure. Find the maximum shear stress induced in the weld when diameter of the beam is 20 mm and size of the weld is 4 mm. So here is the given diagram. A circular beam is subjected to a bending moment and twisting moment at free end, and the other end is welded. So here are the given options, and coming to the solution, we'll have to find out the maximum shear stress. So to get the maximum shear stress, first we'll have to find out the equivalent torque, because it is subjected to combination of bending moment and twisting moment. So equivalent torque is equal root of m square plus t square, which is equal to root of m is 20 Newton mm plus where twisting moment is 15 square, which gives a value of 25 Newton mm. And we know that the torque induced the shear stress induced in a welded joint is equal to, that is the maximum shear stress is equal to T equivalent by 2 pi T r cube, sorry 2 pi T r square, which is equal to 25 by 2 pi into where T is the 0.707 times the size of the weld, that is the weld size is 4, and R is half of the diameter of the beam, that is 10 square, which is equal to 0.014 Newton per mm square. So here the correct answer is 0.014 Newton per mm square, and in the option, sorry, here D is 0.014 Newton per mm square, and in the option the correct option is D. D is the right answer. Match the following list 1 with list 2. Here the list 1 consists different formula names, that is Unwin's formula, Wahl's factor, Reynolds equation, Lewis form factor, and in list 2 we have bearings, rivets, gears and springs. Here Unwin's formula associated with the rivets, and Wahl's factor associated with the springs, and Reynolds equation is associated with the bearings, and Lewis form factor associated with the gears. So in the option the correct option is D. D is the right answer.